Hi guys, it's Babs with Listen to Your Inner You. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And my website is listentoyourinneryou.com. You can book sessions on there. Thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate you guys. And thank you for taking sessions with me. I love helping you guys. I do. So today I just wanted to make a very short video about the law of polarity, right? The law of polarity states that everything is in place at the same time at all times, which means this can make you feel better when you're manifesting or working through your belief or anything, because that means if you're currently living this shitty story that you have in place, that means that the opposite story is actually already in place. That is, again, why it's so important to know that you already have what you want. If you do not believe that you have what you want inside of you, not on the outside, don't look for validation on the outside, separate those two. Hey, subconscious, the outside world is completely separate from my inside world. They are separate. So I already know that I have everything I want, because that is the basis for all of your life, for manifesting, for belief work, for everything. The law of polarity states everything is there at all times at the same time. So if you're doing belief work or manifesting, both are the same way. The process is the same. You're changing something, you go into a shift, which is the first half of the manifesting part, and the first half of changing a belief is you shift. The shift indicates that now you are in old energy, and the shift means now things look like shit. I went the opposite direction. This is not what I wanted. What the fuck is happening, right? That's usually the thought process when the shift happens. It's like, what the fuck? I got blocked. Or they're not talking to me anymore. Or with belief work, oh shit, everyone is pushing out the opposite belief. What's happening? Well, that's the law of polarity. You have to experience the opposite story. You have to experience the opposite experience of what you actually want. It makes us really, really, really appreciate what we have when we get it. And it also kind of gets that crap out. It's that old energy that gets pushed out, that has no more room. We have to take the trash out. Again, this is stuff I learned from Amy a long time ago. She called it taking the trash out, because you have to take the trash out, which is the opposite, ugly stories and beliefs, right? To make room for the new stuff. This is, I believe she even still has videos on her channel about this. You have to take the trash out, and the trash is coming up so it can get taken out. You have to let it out. Let that old energy, the purge, the detox, the shadow work, let it out. Congratulations, you have shifted. Belief work and manifesting, you've shifted. You're now in the second part of the process. And after that, usually the manifestation or the new belief are in place. Don't know, there's no timeline that I can tell you or give you, because everything has its own timeline. It's not up to us. Just know that when things shift and it goes the other direction, you've done a good job. You have done the right thing. You are on the right track. Although I always say stay away from certainty, you can now pat yourself on the shoulder and say, hey, I got the first half right. Let's see if I can make it through the second half, which is the old energy, right? Law of polarity states the old stuff is there, but the new stuff or the positive story is already in place. We're just getting rid of the old shit and taking the trash out to make room for the new story, or not new, but the positive version of that story or positive version of that belief, because everything is in place. When we have I am worth it, but you have the negative version in place right now, just know that the positive version is already inside of you. We're just trying to activate it by reaffirming the new version, and we affirm by affirmation and getting into the feeling of. But again, this is about the law of polarity. The law of polarity can help you make you feel better while you're manifesting, and just say, okay, shit, this looks ugly. This is not what I want. But you know what? Law of polarity is in place. It states that I have to go through this. This is a normal part of manifesting and working through belief, because it's the same work for both. And I teach it pretty much the same way. So just know that you did a good job. You're on the right track if things suddenly go the other way, because you shifted. And that is now the law of polarity kicking in and saying, hey, you have to go through the shit because you're taking the trash out. That's it. Law of polarity states everything is already in place at all times at the same time. So the negative shit is playing out right now, which means the positive shit is already somewhere in here. We're just activating it, right? We're taking the shit out. The trash needs to be taken out before the good stuff can finally kick in completely. Just a little reminder that you can feel better by reminding yourself that this is on the right track. Again, stay away from certainty. The only certainty, again, this is from Amy, that you may have is that you're doing the steps right. I'm doing the 4 steps. I don't know if I'm doing them right enough or whatever, but you're doing the 4 steps and you're assuming that you're doing it right. If you have a different way of working through things, then I don't know. I can't track your process. I can track your process with the version of how I teach manifesting and working through beliefs, because that's how I learned it from Amy. But if something shifts because you were doing focus work and something shifts into the opposite direction, that's a law of polarity kicking in. Hey, first half of the manifestation is done. First half of working through belief is done. Congratulations. Law of polarity can help us realize that we're doing it right, or probably doing it right, because we don't want to count on everything, because nothing is for certain. The only thing that's for certain in life is change. That's it. So don't rely on certainty. Just rely on, yeah, I'm doing it. I am doing it. Again, law of polarity is a good thing. When the opposite shit kicks in, you know you're doing something right, right? Congratulations.